Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things today. First thing that I want to show you, one of the businesses that we try to recommend to others through our YouTube channel is Show the Love. This is a jewelry company with two women, Jen and Ari. These are two women. They design the jewelry, they have the jewelry made, they do all the shipping and everything for it. They do beautiful work that is super high frequency. The necklace, whatever necklace you see me wearing every day, I have a couple from them. This is one of their necklaces. This is the Merkaba necklace. This one is in gold. They also have gold plated. The gold plated might be sold out right now, but they have earrings with the Merkaba in it. They have it's a Herkimer diamond that's in there. But they have really high frequency pieces. In case that wasn't already cool enough that their work has such a good frequency on it, they don't take any profit from their work. They are not working for a paycheck. They are doing this work to put this energy out into the world. So all of the profit they make from their sales goes to different charities. So we'd like to advertise for them whenever we have an opportunity. I wanted to show you guys something in regards to them because Susan and I, we have worked with them in different capacities. And what we noticed on their website is they have some new necklaces. And I don't know if you guys can see it if I hold this up or not. You probably won't be able to. You kind of can. Cherish charms on leather. I'm going to put this link in this video. Cherish charms on leather. And the reason this caught my and Susan's attention so much is the charms that are on those necklaces are charms that we personally requested that they create. So they custom created these charms for us, and they sent them to us. This is something that we purchased from them. These are two of them. We have the infinity symbol here, and we've got a little circle here. And so these are gold plated. These are charms that Susan and I use on our crystal grids. And so if you look through our crystal grids, you will see these now and again on the grids because we use them as part of our work to add certain energies in. And so I just thought it was super cool that they had more of them made. And sorry, I have little things popping up. Had more of them made, and now they're available for everyone else. So looks like they had the heart, which is another symbol they did for us. They had the heart. They don't have it anymore, but they have the infinity sign and they have the circle. So I just wanted to tell that to all of you. They're very affordable. So if anyone's looking to get a new necklace that has a really cool energy on it, just want to show that to you so you can consider it. Okay, today's video, I want to talk to you about it. What it is it's a new service. To be real, it's a new service. I don't know that this new service is going to apply to everyone. In fact, I'm going to say it's not going to apply to everyone. But I think as I talk to you about this service, it's going to open up your mind to things that you didn't realize. Because I didn't realize. I never realize these things until I have a client who has a problem and I have to figure out how to solve the problem. And sometimes it takes me quite a while to get to that point. So let me see if I can find my notes on this. So the new service, if I can find it on here, the new service is going to be called it's Plant Medicine Detox. It's available on the website right now. So if you were to scroll through our new services, you would see it available now. Oh gosh, where did I put it? I thought I took notes on it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'll just pull up the session itself and yeah, I don't think I do have notes on it. You know what? Let me just pull up the session on the website and I'll use that as my speaking points for all of you. So Plant medicine detox. So essentially, this session does not apply to you unless you have, oh man. Okay, this might go broader than I thought. So what the session is the session, man, I should pull up my notes. Let me start this way. Did you know that it is possible that when you consume plant medicine, whatever kind of plant medicine you're consuming, I'm not talking about marijuana, I'm talking about like proper plant medicine, like you get it from a shaman, you do a ritual, that kind of plant medicine, ayahuasca, that kind of thing. If you have used or used plant medicine, I should say it broadly, in this lifetime, although Metatron's telling me it also applies in past lifetimes, which none of us know what the heck we were doing in past lifetimes. But let's just focus on this lifetime for people to kind of recognize this. If you have consumed plant medicine in this lifetime and you feel like you've had, if you've had an adverse response to it, and here's what I mean by that, because basically people expect to have an adverse reaction, right? People expect to be throwing up and feeling yucky and entering different states of consciousness and all of this sort of thing. For transparency's sake, I have never consumed plant medicine, so I cannot speak about this from experience. But plant medicine, when you consume it, it is possible to have that plant medicine be contaminated with a lower vibrational energy, and it's associated with black magic. And so there are two different ways this can happen. Sometimes there are contaminations that are in the soil. Now, not physical contaminations, black magic contaminations in the soil, in the earth, and the plants that are growing in that soil pull up this black magic energy. And so a shaman who has completely good intentions for you is giving you the same plant they've given everybody a million times, but there can be a batch that has these energies in it. So that's one way the energies can get in. The other way it can happen is if the shaman or the individual who is giving the plant medicine, if they have an attachment, like an energetic attachment, demonic, demonic or otherwise, that energy can slide in something not ideal into the plant medicine when they are administering it or giving it around. So what this kind of black magic does, just so you guys have an idea of it, it's very unique, and it took me a long time to figure it out, because one of the trademarks of this kind of black magic is that it conceals itself. So if somebody who's able to read energy and look at energy, I could look at you and be like, you don't have any black magic. You are nice and clear. There's nothing there. And that's because of the, like this barrier or this coating that goes around this energy when it's inside your body. It basically kind of hangs out in the heart chakra. It impacts the heart and the throat, but there's a coating over it where it's not something that somebody with clairvoyance can see. Another problem with it is that it's not removed by traditional black magic removal processes, because that barrier makes it like immune. You have to take that coating off of that particular patch of black magic before it's able to be cleared. That's another problem with it. The third problem is that it's using like an energetic loophole, basically. So because you willingly consume the plant medicine, right? You're like, yep, I want this plant medicine. I willingly accept this. The problem is you willingly accepted it and it has something dark in there. And by doing that, another one of the ways this black magic is programmed is to automatically accept any incoming black magic in the future. So the problem is that you could have come to me and had the black magic clearing and protection. We could have cleared all the black magic from you. We could have placed protections on your energy body. But if before this or after this, you've taken plant medicine that was contaminated, it makes a loophole and it basically ignores my magic. And the reason is not that my magic doesn't work or it's not powerful enough. The reason is that I'm using white magic. So white magic will never override free will because you willingly agree to the plant medicine and unknowingly agree to the black magic that comes with it. My magic will not override it. It'll be like, okay, your free will overrides me every time because I don't want that kind of karma, guys. I have to do white magic. So it's a unique session. If you've taken plant medicine and you experience like nightmares after the fact, or fears and anxiety popped up, or issues with processing emotional trauma, or issues with your throat and like speaking up and that kind of thing, any of that would kind of tie back into this. If you have questions, of course, you can always email and we can look into it for you. Not every batch is contaminated. I would say most of them are not. And most likely, your person who gave this to you had completely good intentions. I don't know where this stuff was grown, like what land this was in when it was growing. And if your shaman, if your person you're working with is not being so careful with their own energy, if they get into their ego a little bit too much, which is probably the easiest way to have a problem, get into your ego a little bit too much, you invite in that attachment. I mean, you don't literally invite it in, but by accepting the thoughts of the ego and being a little full of yourself, that invites in the problem. So if they don't have the awareness to recognize they have an attachment and to clear that attachment, then they're basically authorizing that attachment to interfere with everything they're doing. So that's a major problem with energy healers. Anyone who works with energy, you're gonna be a target for an attachment because an energy worker or a healer or a shaman, that kind of person, someone like me, having an attachment is so much more effective on us because we touch so many other people's lives, right? And so it's like such a better deal for the demon or whatever to attach to us than to someone else who's maybe not interacting with people like this. So it makes sense that we're going to be more of a target for that. Okay, let me know if you have questions on this. Gosh, I was gonna like pull cards or something with this, but I didn't bring a deck, and so I'm not gonna pull cards. Let's see if there's anything else that kind of just comes through right now. Yeah. If you have, and so what I'm feeling right now is I'm feeling like a little bit of a pressure, a little bit of a tightness in the heart chakra. So, and it's the heart chakra, and it's actually in the kind of the middle back, upper middle back, like across from your heart chakra. So if you have been struggling with that kind of ongoing feeling of pain, pressure, discomfort, difficulty with like taking a deep breath, and you have consumed plant medicine in this lifetime, then then you potentially would benefit from this service. So keep this in mind, because that's what he's allowing me to feel. Do you have any like non-related messages that we want to? Okay. Um, there's a lot of lower vibrational energies that are kind of getting stirred up right now, and it's not necessarily external to you. It's a lot of it is really inside of us. And part of this is due to we're in the month of April, and the month of April is kind of a time of reflection and going inward and doing healing. And we're also in this little time frame where it's after a full moon, but it's before a new moon. And so that is also a time that is all about going within and facing the shadow self. And so you may have noticed some darker or lower thoughts or behaviors from yourself recently. So don't be critical of yourself for going through that. So if you're struggling with something emotionally, don't be so hard on yourself, because this needs to come up in this time in the way it's coming up to help you with seeing it in a new way, to help you with releasing the way that you have been seeing it. And sometimes it takes us seeing the same situation 5,000 times before we are ready to see it in a new way. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're not making progress. That just means you're taking the time you need to take to get where you need to go. You're gonna get to where you need to go. And it's okay if it takes time to get there. It's giving me emotional energy around this. It's okay if it takes time to get there. This is not, he says, this is not a race. This is not about who clears all their trauma first. This is not about how fast can you get through your trauma. This is not about being without flaws. So a lot of us on our spiritual journeys, we kind of start expecting certain things from ourselves. Like, okay, I might get mad, but I'm never going to get like insanely crazy, out of control mad again, right? Or I might feel hurt, but I'm never going to go into that deep, dark depression where I feel really hopeless about this, right? And the reality of things is that our experiences cycle as many times as we need to go through the cycle to clear everything we need to clear and to understand everything we need to understand. So if every time this wound comes up or this trigger comes up, we are demonstrating some resistance, then it's likely that it is going to keep coming back around, because this experience has to come to us, and we have to be like, you know what? I see this, I observe this, this is what's going on, and I'm gonna learn from this. I'm gonna go through this, and I'm gonna learn from it. And so we might need to go through that cycle many, many, many times. And it doesn't mean anything. If you go through the same cycle of trauma twice and you clear it all, or you go through it 2,000 times, one person is not better than the other. One person is not anything more than the other, because time is nothing. Time is an illusion. Time is a joke. Time is pretend. It means so much to us in a human body, but it means absolutely nothing to the spiritual world. So all the spiritual world sees is, hey, look, you healed. You got to this endpoint. It doesn't matter if you figured it out in the first lifetime you tried to learn it, or the 10,000th lifetime you tried to learn it. All that matters is you got there. So keep that in mind. Be more forgiving and compassionate with yourself, because no matter how spiritual you are, no matter how hard you try to master your emotions and show love and show compassion, at the end of the day, you are still in a 3D body. You are still on a 3D planet. There is no escaping these facts. So that is always something that we have to contend with, and it's something that we have to try to keep in balance. But you can't avoid it. You can't escape the realities of difficult emotions, right? This is why we're here. We're here to go really deep into the difficult emotions, because that's the only way we're ever going to clear them. So when you get into those deep, dark, ugly emotions, recognize that you are doing deep, dark healing work. You might not feel like it. You might be like, no, I'm not. I'm not healing. I'm sitting here. I'm pouting. I'm angry. I'm resistant. I'm resentful. I don't want to be here. But you're already making progress, because you're already in the energies of where you need to be to start putting the pieces together. So you're halfway there already. So just remember that the next time things get really hard, you are on your way to figuring this out. And you're not going to run out of time. You're not going to run out of opportunities. You're not going to miss something. If you don't figure it out this time, it'll come back for you. And it's annoying from a human perspective, but it's glorious and beautiful from the spiritual perspective, because there's always another chance. There's always another opportunity. You never miss out on anything. It will just keep coming back around until it makes sense for you. Okay. That is the message that Metatron has for us all today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.